1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Do you see me? Do you hear me? I believe yes. Sorry for some delay. Few minutes and then we'll start. Okay, you see and hear me well. Great, we'll wait a few minutes. Sorry, I was waiting for this. Yes. One moment. You could see that now we are in different place in office. And yes, that's handling much better. And it's a different streaming device I using. Before it was direct connection with camera, now I connected it through capture device. Yeah, thank you. Hold on, I will find your questions and we'll start to process them. And before I will talk some news. 1 minute. I'll open all my preparations. Okay. One more unit and we'll start. Yes. Hell-like day today. A lot of deals. So we'll start just in about 1 minute more. I need to switch it on, everything that I've seen. Okay. Okay, I think we are ready. I need to run chat with you to see what's happened. Okay, let's begin. Hello, it's a regular Thursday live stream with Cellframe. It's me, Dmitry Gerasimov, Cellframe SEO, and I will talk with you about some news and answer your questions. And here we go. So what happened the last week? Last week we have released the last big release of 4.4 branch of our Cellframe node. It's all about our software. No any important features was added. This version is what is running testnet 1. I know you're all waiting for testnet 2, and I will talk about this. So testnet 1 is running on node 4.4, and this node is stable version. It's in production. It's working on our partners, let's say so. So we need to separate it. And this was the last big update before we release the first testing version of node 5.0. 5.0 will run Sub-Zero network. Sub-Zero network we were expecting to see at Monday. Unfortunately, it holds, and we shifted this on the next Monday. But then I have looked on scheduler and decided maybe we could run it the Sunday, maybe Saturday, but not sure. So I will try to run it really as soon as possible. Why was delays? Delays were more because of my focus on marketing things. I was working. You remember 1 or 2 AMA before? I promised you to be focused on more on marketing. Now I over with my personal involvement, big involvement in this. We have now amazing marketing team. I appreciate all the members of our promotion and marketing team. Soon you will see this about our team's update on our site. You will see new members in marketing team. Again, we hired new developers. You also will see them. And then only right now I could switch on the development. Also, we were settling this new office, not only this room. We have another room. Also, I will do tour. I remember your request about this. I will make video. When we over with settling, we are still settling that. Maybe you could see. Okay. So what else we have? Marketing, development, new members. That was most important things that happens previous week. All that let's say so. All that was we were waiting to happen, let's say so, with new listings and etc. I am still waiting for answers. I have no new information about sex listings or DEX listings, so we are working on this, believe me. And there were some events before this week, during this week, but still nothing that I can publish. Anyway, nearest day today will be another media release. Will be YouTube publications more. Tomorrow or this week will be a big publication, but not for sure because there are some issues. We were planning to run this video also at Monday, but it holds a little. But we have promised to see this video, or at least announce of this video this week. Today is Thursday, left only Friday, so I'm not sure. Maybe it also moves on Monday. Not everything depends from us. I hope we'll see it tomorrow. It will be really great. Another smaller video will be published today. Also, we make one more animation set. We're still working on this. Really, I was planning for 1 week, but looks it takes 1 month. so it also shifted on the next week. Anyway, this week we did, as I said, node release, new node release, new software updates. Dashboard was also updated. If you're tracking our GitHub activity, you could see that sometimes we do commits every few hours. So that was news from my side. And now let's go to your questions that you have asked, and I have them. Okay, let's go to your questions. Okay, first question from Mark's MTRG, also about sex listings. Sorry, can't answer this because when I promise something, yes, I sometimes promise, but I promise things that I cannot control. I think it's wrong. Yes, I heard from these people that you have 4 weeks and then you will be listed, or maybe you have 5 weeks and you'll be listed. Maybe let's wait 1 week and then you'll be listed. Then it passes this weeks and I hear, oh, you have one more review, wait a little, or you are passed this review, you are on the last review, wait. And that's not only with one sex. Believe me, all these stocks has big bureaucracy, and ever when we have benevolent managers, they are trying to help us, it takes unpredictable time. Sorry. When it happens, we list you. Believe me, we are working on this. It happens soon. How was the new developers doing? Asked Ivan 1776. Interesting. What happens in 1776 year? Don't remember. Sorry. How was they doing? What are they doing? They're developing. They're developing Node. They're developing dashboard. This releases is a result of their work. If you want to see details, open our GitHub account and look on activity. It's open. No problems to track it, and you will see what they are doing. New developers doing the same as the old developers. Just maybe they are working not on the same important things, but in same team. The next question from DShark28. The LP staking pool expires in about a week. Yes. Do stakers need to withdraw now? I don't think so. But yes, some people that are afraid of imminent losses, they are trying to pull out their stakes, but such behavior grows API. So if you stay till the end, at the end you will get the biggest reward. Also, after the LP staking program expires, you could continue to stake your tokens on LP and obtain profit from Uniswap. It's not so big, but it's present. Why not? Okay, is expiration going to be pushed back? We have no such plans right now. It's less a week and has been updated on settings. Just updated, I hope. Next question from NJ. NJ Trader, it's you. No, it's not you. Question about sex, sorry. Okay, another question. I am sexy, and you know it. When top tier 1 exchanges? Who knows? It will happen before Mainnet launch. I hope on this. I was hoping that will happen than the end of previous week. It doesn't happen. Maybe next week, maybe in next 2 weeks. I don't know. And when marketing wallet will be used? It wasn't used for 2 weeks, yes, but we were spending just previous funds. We are caring a lot about your taxes. And we're different from government that we don't spend your taxes when we can do it. So soon we'll spend a little, but just when we'll be sure on what we spend. Okay, the next question. Again about sex. Only the question. Good luck. Yes, good luck. The next question. Congratulations for the successful launch of testnet 2. Cannot wait to see self-frame in Mainnet. Sorry bro, we haven't launched this. As I said before, it shifted on Monday. Maybe Sunday, I will try. Sorry, it takes too much time. Since the testnet launch was late, will there be a delay in mainnet release? Look, with mainnet it's a little easier because, as I said before, we could run mainnet just with some base functions. If we'll be not sure about its security, we could limit for a first time transactions between actors in this network. So with maybe some limitations, but mainnet will be run and it will be useful. And then during some time, maybe a few months, maybe a little more, this limitation will be removed. So release will not be shifted, I believe this, because the testnet 2 it's sub-zero and it's on a small amount sub-zero. It's almost near to zero to the running of mainnet. It's almost ready. We are still polishing this, really. Okay, I think I have answered on this. The next question from MKR. Since there is only 30 million coins, why there is a 5% buying tax on Trust Wallet? This tax is not related with Trust Wallet, it's related with our breach and happens when you sell your tokens on PancakeSwap. We are using these taxes for marketing purposes. By the way, we did it a few times. We spent, as I remember, once we spent about $10,000. Then we spent around $15,000. So these taxes are for marketing and promotion. Aside from, okay, again about exchanges. Again about exchanges. Sweep, skip. In regard to your marketing campaign plan, how many sites do you have in mind to market sell? Better to talk not about, it's a question from Bosanton New, sorry, can't pronounce this. Okay, main channels in crypto world are the next. First is Twitter, then Telegram, then YouTube. Then sites like CoinGecko, CMC, SSCon, DEX Tools, something like this. Also, we are keeping in mind ability to promote in real space and some non-standard channels. That's how we see it. Okay, the next questions. Sorry. Okay. On the Self-Frame website there is a section labeled Implementations, Areas and Examples. Are these talks ongoing with any potential customers such as logistics companies, banks, universities, governments, factories, airport, etc. soon after Mainnet is launched? Right now there is no such talks because we still not over with SDK, with examples, with cookbooks, with video tutorials. Also, would be good to have mainnet. Yes, big corporations they prefer to use protocols that already are working in wild crypto world. So it have proven its security. Security is main goal for this main issue. And first we need to launch mainnet, and then after we'll go for enterprise. But you could see that we are preparing for this. Also, you could open, for example, our Python SDK and found examples folder. And inside examples folder, you could find some skeletons of examples for such enterprise implementations. So we're keeping this in mind. By the way, if some Python developers look at me, please, you could be maybe interested in this. It could be interesting for you. On wiki.cellframe.net you could find some documentation about our Python SDK. So we are working to make our platform more attractive for you, Python developers. But not only for Python developers, we have been doing for JavaScript and of course C, C++, other languages coming. Okay, then it was questions from Anubis 3100BC, and the next question from the same user. What is the Cellframe's plan for onboarding potential projects for cell chains? And what types of blockchain projects would you, Dmitry, like to see part of the Cellframe ecosystem? Okay, about potential projects. What types of blockchain projects? Generally, any type of blockchain project that could be, but we prefer such kind of projects that will use our features, our potential. What I'm talking about? We have some kind of built-in payment processing system. It's some kind of subscription mechanics, payment with how to say it? Sorry, forget word. Refund. Yes, remember it. Payments with refund and etc. And this usually, for example, if you want to have your or to implement some cryptocurrencies, you usually use some third-party payment systems. Here you don't need to use some kind of coin payments or etc. You just take our API and use it. Here we have built-in payment system. So it will be interesting, I think, for projects that don't want to spend their time to implement subscription mechanics, payments, refunds, and etc. They could just take our platform and use it. Other projects that could be interesting in Cellframe SDK that requires to have high transaction throughput. We have ability to make this high throughput because we have DApp. It's like it's kind of header inside, let's say so. It's not only header have. Header just most famous blockchains that have DApp inside. We also have DApp, and that gives us high throughput. So parachain based on DApp and maybe based on header similar consensus. By the way, we have different one. It also will be interesting for them to use to be part of our ecosystem. By the way, it's a big way. It could be long answer on this question. I think we could tell about this in another video. I wanted to record this video all about this moment, about onboarding potential projects and what we could suggest for these projects. From the next same user question, what is your favorite thing about Novosibirsk? Lot of things, but most favorite food. Best food in the world here, for just my humble opinion. Moscow was the same, it also have a lot of tasty food. but here maybe a little better. Also, I like weather here, maybe it sounds weird because it's in Siberia, but really I like Siberian weather. I was living about 2 years in Vietnam in tropics, and when I returned here in Novosibirsk, I understand finally that I prefer to live here. Mm. And the last question from the same user: are you planning any internal dApps that will run on Solframe? Yes, we are planning this internal dApps. Uh, just we thinking about to split more as much as possible such dApps and let other companies to do this. Because we are planning to make ecosystem, we prefer to give ability to build these dApps for other companies. So by the way, if you are such company that want to develop dApp or parachain and just don't understand what exactly you could develop, write me please directly and we could talk about this. I have a lot of ideas. Dedicated storage, one of the example, or fork-based GitHub-like project or something like this. Streaming platform, dedicated Twitch. Could be a lot of interesting ideas. The next question from Aline Rosie 111. How buy sell? Uniswap, Pancake, Bbox. The next question from B4SH underline 3R. Cool nickname. Maybe I pronounced it better again, pronounced it wrong again, but who cares. Hi Dmitry, thanks for all hard work. You're welcome. For you and the team. Question 1. What are the implementation of edge computing for Solframe? Why is it good or important? About edge computing for Solframe, we have API for such implementation. We have basement for truly dedicated services. These services are looked like a proofed part of code that could be run by any member of our network. And for example, when we over with edge computing service, it will be ready. But right now it's not implemented. And by the way, it could be kind of internal dApp that will write by our own. At least we should write such service like EVM. We'll have smart contract running as a blockchain service. Why is it good or important? Because kind of edge computer is smart contracts. It's important. Do you expect growth of edge computing segments surpass cloud in 2022? We are only on the beginning stage of this. Still most of information, most of data is stored in clouds, not in Fox. For computing we have what we have in Fox. We have cryptocurrencies, it Fox. We have torrents, it also Fox. What else? And that's all. So a lot of work, and yes, in the next year we'll see more Fox services, but I cannot say that we'll have a boom on the next year. Maybe yes, maybe no, who knows. If you want to make it faster, just run your parachain project. Besides the parachain slot, what other utility will sell token have? It's also a long story. First, first utility of sell token is to pay for sell services or provide it at stake for providing sell services and earn on a fee on these services. So we have service-oriented economics, and all all most important cell utility is related with services. Services payment, providing, and etc. Can you have NFTs on Cellframe? Yes. It's possible to build a cross-chain NFT marketplace on Cellframe. Yes, it's possible. We have a lot of instruments for this. So you could write me directly and we could discuss this. Really good idea, NFT marketplace. Why not? So the next question. The next question again about sex. Next question. If we participate in the auction in the future, what is the minimum maximum total sell to participate in each project? Looks like okay, we have to quick list on sex and mainnet. About participation and minimum maximum. Minimum you need to collect 25,000 of cells. Maximum we have no such limitations, but we'll think about this. Okay, it was the last community question. Now let's go to the chat and look what happens in chat. Okay. One moment. Let me zoom it. Okay, we have a chat. Now let's read the chat. New office. Yes, I also like this office. Really, much better is work here. By the way, this building where I am, it's also one of the things that I like very much in Novosibirsk. Next time I will do some shots with this building. Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about the roadmap? Oh, we have a roadmap on our site, so if we talk more about this, let me open it and I will comment. First, our goal is to run testnet 2, then security audition pass, then mainnet. After this, also at November we'll have bridge with Ethereum testnet. I think it's everything clear on this. It will be bridge for test cell token to the testnet 2. After mainnet launch, it will be also launched with mainnet bridge between Ethereum mainnet. And then few weeks after, I expect Cellframe dashboard release just after New Year holidays. In Russia, it continues about 2 weeks, so I expect to see it in the middle of January or near to the end of January. So in February we should see a lot of services running on mainnet. That's why I'm more talking about our partnership with KLVPN. KLVPN is right now working based on testnet 1 and still continue to work on testnet 1. It switched on testnet 2 only after mainnet launch and switched on mainnet only in February. So community driving VPN nodes will be possible, I expect, only in February. Maybe earlier, depends from. Then in spring we are planning to start to work with interoperability. By the way, most our partners are waiting for this. Our partners really have a lot of good projects, but they all are in mainnet and mostly it's second level protocols. So there is no sense to connect them with testnet. By the way, maybe we'll connect them with our testnet 2, but it could take time. So bridges with mainnet only on this spring. So summer 2022 year will be more about smart contracts, bridges with straight at Bitcoin, most complicated bridges, and running new dedicated services like dedicated storage service, like CDN, like project management service, I mean something like GitHub. So that's about our roadmap. I think I have answered it. So let's go to the questions. Please tell us marketing. I think I talked about marketing. I'm working on a wallet extension. If we are talking about hardware wallet extension, it's planned maybe on December or January, not right now. No, but we have investigated Ledger SDK, so there is a problem. We have post-quantum signatures, so I expect this extension for Ledger or for Trezor, they will work too slow. Maybe a minute or 2 minutes for one signature, so not for a few seconds like for ECDCA. So that's a problem. We are thinking about to make our own hardware for this. Please share details about staking. I have talked about this in previous video. We'll have single token staking in coming mainnet when it will work services on this, because profit for the staking will be based on service fee, not on emission. Can you summarize the self-frame dashboard for a newcomer and what we can expect in future from the dashboard? Thanks. Good question about dashboard. Dashboard is super application. First, it's a wallet. Then it has a transaction explorer. Then it will have service interfaces, and they will be based on plugins. It will have a plugin API, and third-party developers could develop their plugins. So this super application will run these plugins, and these plugins could be the way to access for dedicated services, for parachain on Backbone, maybe to improve our current functions, maybe some kind of alternative wallets, I don't know. It's up to developers, up to you. Okay. Are you sure for good working in Mainnet? Is Mainnet sure? Yes. Will the auction called Mortal Kombat? Maybe. It could be alternative name. Okay. A lot of same question about good work in the mainnet. As I told before, if will be problems, we'll add limitations for the beginning of mainnet, but mainnet for sure. Now quantum computer is development phase. How you test self-frame security from quantum computer? It's theoretical tests, and before mainnet launch we'll provide a big detailed article with explaining of why we're protecting why we are quantum proof. But right now we are based on NIS second round winner participants. They passed first round, so not only are sure in this proof. NIST is also sure. Okay. Is there any plan for single staking? Yes, I have talked about this before. show your office room. Next time I will make tour. Right now, not all chairs and tables still is. We are still settling this. When will over? Yes. When the first quantum attack can possibly take place in crypto space? We are talking about yes. It could happen ever the next year, maybe 2 years, maybe 3, maybe 5, maybe 10, but I'm not sure that we'll wait for 10 years. More probable for maybe 1, 2, 3. It's near. It's near. I feel it. Feel it in air. Feel it in ground. It's possible to build curve on self-frame. Yes, why not? Everything that's possible to build on another blockchain is also possible to build on our. Is there any chance to prove quantum threat? Yes, we'll work on this. So other projects can understand our need. That's a big problem. If you see communities of another first level protocol and what they talk about quantum threat, mostly they are talking about, it's impossible, but if it happens, we'll do soft fork. For example, if you open Bitcoin wiki, it's talking about that's impossible. First, it was talking about that it was impossible. Right now, as far as I remember, they are talking that they will do soft fork if it happens. But when it happens, monies will be stealed. I don't know why they're not implementing post-quantum signatures. On their place, I would started to do it. Okay. As a third party has to do the security audit, I assume it might result to unwanted delays in Mainnet, as happens in most of software products. How likely do you see this? It depends. Look, we are working about 3 years. All these 3 years we were patching holes. I don't think we'll find a lot of critical holes in our software. Ever we'll find this, we'll have just more limitation. For example, if will be a threat of attack and steal funds, we'll just limit transaction between people. That's all. As much more problems we'll have, as much more limitations we'll set on the beginning of Mainnet. How many developers are working on self-frame network? Around 15. I don't know exact numbers. We are hiring. And how many staff expect developers for these projects? Also around 15. Maybe around 10, cannot say exactly. I would like to see a lot of DeFi on self-frame. There is something in the air or just paper project about it. We have DeFi projects in our partnerships and they're waiting for Mainnet. DeFi is the second layer. It's hard to make DeFi based on testnet. They all need Mainnet. Also, it's they need to finish it documentation. They need examples. Okay, the next question. It seems you can choose what kind of encryption you use in your wallet. Will there be any perceptible difference between them and what UI concerns? Difference will be in transaction fee. As much resources it takes from transaction verificator, as bigger fee for transaction will be. Anyway, fees will be small, so almost no difference. Difference will be maybe will be bigger difference when we use multi-algorithm signature. because it increases twice and more requirements for transaction verification, because you use not only one signature but 2, 3 and more. Okay, that's the difference. KLVPN team is one part of self-frame team on this 200 separate team. It's it's about 60% separate team or 70 separate team with some. We have some common parts, but it's not. Can say it's one part of self-frame team. It's another team. We don't want to build one big corporation. We prefer to have a lot of small companies and single ecosystem for them. Okay, it was good questions. I think it's all for today. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for your support. We are self-frame. We are here. Bye. See you next Thursday.